Welcome back to the channel. Let's make some Chipotle powder. We'll start by picking some chilies, picking a couple of red jalapenos here, and then I'm going to pick a couple of red serranos and some cherry bomb hot chilies. This is traditionally made with just ripe jalapenos, but I don't have enough of those, and I want to try it with cherry bombs because I have plenty of them. And I think the fruity flavor of the cherry bombs will make a pretty good Chipotle. Now we're gonna chop these up and get them ready to go into the smoker. All I'm doing here is just cutting the tops off and cutting them in half and putting them in a tray here. A couple of these you'll see I'm gonna remove the seeds and the pith from the inside. They seem to have a little bit of discoloration inside there, so I was just removing all of that. And the tray I have there is just, in a little aluminum baking tray that I've cut some slits in the bottom of it so that the smoke can come up through the bottom of it and penetrate the peppers. Without that tray, these peppers are so small they would fall through the grates in my smoker. Sorry about the car noise and that. It was just such a beautiful day outside. I didn't want to go inside, and when you live in a residential area, that's risks you take. What you see me doing there was I was cutting around the stem on the top. There's a lot of flesh of the fruit there, and waste not, want not. So why throw all that away when it can get ground up into some beautiful seasonings? And here you can see what I was talking about it being discolored on the inside. I was just removing all of that. Since I'm using cherry bomb chilies for the majority of this, I decided that cherry wood pellets would be the right choice. I'm doing a cold smoke on this and a dry smoke, so I took the water pan out there, and I'm not putting a fire in there. The only heat that will be generated will be from that smoke tube, which is very little. I didn't even check the temperature on it. I just put the smoke tube in and let it run until it ran out of smoke, and it took about 6 hours for that to happen. Every hour I came out and gave them a quick stir just to make sure that everything was exposed to the smokes. This stir here was after 2 hours of smoking. You can see it's starting to change color a little bit. I don't record every time I came out to stir them. And here, it was after 6 hours. You see there's no more smoke. They've darkened up quite a bit, and putting them in a bowl, and I'm going to take them inside and put them in the dehydrator. It took about 48 hours in the dehydrator at about 125 degrees. If I did this again, I would crank that up a little bit, probably to about 150 or so. I was just kind of afraid that they would burn, but they didn't, and it just took a really long time. I completely forgot to set up the camera and record the process of taking them out of the dehydrator and grinding them up. So in a second here, you will see the process of doing that to some Thai chilies that I did that too, using exactly the same process, just with a different bunch of chilies. So, like I say, I did exactly the same thing. They were smoked, then they were put in the dehydrator until they were dry. You want to make sure they're brittle and they crack like that. And then I will grind them up. So I put them in the blender and ran the blender for, I don't know, 60 seconds, maybe 90 seconds. Then I dumped that out and I put it into, run it through a sieve. And then anything that's left in there, I put back into the blender, blend that up. And I just kept doing that until I got it all the way down to the consistency I wanted. Whenever I'm making any powder seasoning, garlic powder or a chili powder like this, once I get everything ground up, I always put it back in the dehydrator for 12 hours or so overnight. That usually helps to keep everything from clumping and make sure it's really dry in case there's any moisture still locked inside. So, like I say, so when you get it put into jars, it tends to not clump up that way. So, here I'm just filling it, putting it in jars, filling it up, and then we'll be done. I hope you liked the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section for me. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care.